Hey guys, today I am going to make some granola, and this is a little early in the year for me because I just did a big batch of this at Christmas and gave it out to friends and family. But one of my girlfriends has already eaten through all of hers because I guess she's been eating it every day with yogurt and has asked me to make her another batch. So I said I would make a batch just for her. So we've got all of our nuts and stuff all lined up and ready, and I'll explain it all to you. So I'm going to do, these are sliced raw almonds, and usually a batch is about a cup. I'm going to try and do like a batch and a half today, so I'm going to do a cup. We'll call that a cup and a half. Perfect. We're going to do the same with the pecans, but I like to chop the pecans a little bit. So we're going to do a cup. Actually, those ones are pretty, they're pretty chopped. Let's just do a cup and a half. I don't want big pieces of pecan, so I chopped them a bit. And this time I did by halves, not whole, because whole pecans are, oh my goodness, crazy expensive. So a cup and a half of each so far. And then we're going to do a cup and a half. This is sunflower seeds. And everything is raw. Yep. And then I have pumpkin seeds. I'll do a cup and a half of them. Yep. And then the coconut is a cup and a half as well. I am supposed to be using unsweetened coconut. All I have left over from Christmas baking is sweetened. It works just as good. Half of that. And then sesame seeds I dropped down to half of a cup. So we're going to do 3/4, I guess, because I'm doing, looks about right. And they're just plain green sesame seeds again. Everything is raw. And then I'm going to do a little less than half of a cup of butter. Should probably be a third of a cup, actually. Let's do a third of a cup because it's supposed to be a quarter. So we're gonna eyeball it here because, like I said, in Canada on our butter, we have that little measuring ruler, if you will, so that we can slice our butter because it does not come. And I'm not going to do it that knife though. So I do have a peanut allergy. So I'm just going to slice slightly bigger than the 1/4 cup. And I feel like that might not have been. There we go. It's a little extra. That'll be all right. And then we need the same amount of honey, roughly. So I'm going to melt this in the microwave. You can do it in a pot on the stove. So I have my melted butter and my 1/3 of a cup of honey. You can do this over the stove too. I find it easier to just throw it in the microwave at this point and do it. Mix all of this together. Those we'll put in after we bake. So mix this. Now this is not a cheap granola to make. I typically go to the bulk store to buy most of the ingredients when I'm doing this. You could substitute some of the nuts out, and I did actually look at substituting out the pecans because they have gotten so expensive, but I love this and I don't really want to mess with it too much. So just gonna dump this all over. And then mix again. Make sure nice even coating. Everything. Dump it on the parchment, and it's going to go into the oven at 325 for 25 to 30-ish minutes. It's going to start to look golden brown, and that's when you're going to pull it. One of my extra big cookie sheets because for my bigger cookie sheets, I was hoping to do this in one sheet, even though I'm doing a batch and a half. Anything bigger than a batch and a half, and I find I have to spread it out over a couple of cookie sheets, which is fine, but if you're doing that, make sure you rotate them in the oven. When you put them in, so when you're switching top and bottom, and you can even rotate them by spinning them front to back. Like I said before, I'm a mom. I have to set the timer. If I don't set the timer, it didn't happen, and I will forget that that's in the oven, and we will end up with very, very, very burnt nuts, and you don't want that.